This is a show that brings to the forefront newsmakers, entertainers, and those making a difference in our lives and in our world. Each week is a new adventure with topics ranging from the most serious and cutting edge to the most lighthearted and entertaining.
This is Taking Care of Business with Richard Solomon.
Greetings, everyone. This is Richard Solomon, Taking Care of Business, Out of the Question, and My Father's Place Radio. So this week on My Father's Place Radio, we are honored to have Rebecca Angel with us, RebeccaAngel.net. Rebecca Angel will be performing at myfathersplace.com, and My Father's Place, of course, with Jim Dawson. So welcome to the show.
Thanks so much for having me.
All right, so we're gonna give everybody a little appetizer right now, and we're gonna play a song called "What We Had." So tell me a little bit about the song.
Sure. So this is the name of the title track of my EP, What We Had, and it's an original song that I co-wrote with my dad. He actually wrote the music, and I came up with the lyrics for it, and I co-wrote it with my boyfriend, who is also a musician. He's a guitarist. So the song was inspired actually after a 3.5-month-long road trip that I took across the country. And I took it in the fall when I came back to the East Coast. It was a little miserable out, kind of gray and cloudy, and all I could think about was the West Coast, the mountains, the beautiful Big Sur, all these beautiful national parks. So the song was really inspired. It's a bit about like reminiscing on kind of happy times and being carefree and living life big. So that song was inspired by that trip, and it was really cool to be able to take my experience and come back and write a song about it. So that ended up being the title track of the EP, What We Had, and the whole EP is kind of has this theme around reminiscing and thinking back about times that were happy and good. So
all right, so
that was the title track.
So for those, this is the FM debut of What We Had. So check this out.
Darker days coming round. I
That was really cool. So tell me a little bit more about the EP.
Yeah, so I graduated as a vocal jazz studies major in 2017, and throughout that time I was actually really fortunate to work with Jason Miles, who is a fabulous producer, keyboard player, and he produced my EP, and we kind of, right after I finished school, we focused on creating my first real project. And we took Jet Samba, which was actually, I was the first person to do a vocal version of it. It was an instrumental song by Marcos Valle, who's a Brazilian composer. So I've always been really interested in the Brazilian genre of music, bossa nova, and
samba.
Yeah, samba. so Jet Samba was definitely a song that Jason had brought to me. And he said, hey, would you be interested in recording this? You'd be the first vocal version. It was a great opportunity. So, of course, I said yes. I learned the interesting melody. We recorded it, actually, in time for the Rio Olympics a few years ago. We released it as a single, and then that kind of sparked the whole EP. That was the first track we had recorded. So we did a remix of that. We have a Gorison, which is another Brazilian tune. It's actually a vocalese, which is just non-words. It's more like scatting, almost like an instrument. And that was a really cool project to learn too, and Jason introduced that song to me. I also had brought a song to him that I thought would be really cool for the project, which is Winter Moon, and that's a Hoagy Carmichael song. So I thought it'd be cool to throw in a jazz standard that was lesser known, even though it was by Hoagy Carmichael, who's very famous for some of his compositions. So we thought we could do our own rendition of it and make it unique, something that people haven't heard yet, to turn an old song and make it into something new. And then we have Stand By Me, which of course many people know. I actually recorded that on my loop machine for the bass line, and then we kind of built off of that, which was really cool. It was a different way to approach a song, and we recorded two versions of that. We had a radio mix and an electro mix, and I really enjoy both versions. I think they both have something unique to offer. And then, of course, What We Had, which you heard, and Feel Alive are both original songs that I co-wrote with my dad, and it was really fun to collaborate with him. He's also a musician, a jazz trumpet player, and I kind of took different elements of my style, what I learned from college, and then, who I became after finishing it and trying to find my own voice. So it's kind of a culmination of a few different styles, but it's all uniquely my own, and Jason Miles is really great in helping me find that and develop my own style. So that's a little rundown of what's included on the EP.
So I have lots of questions. So
yeah,
the first question is, do you know Stan Chavnik of Metropolitan Records?
I do not.
All right, it's a jazz label. Stan's been on the show many times, featuring many of his jazz, artists, and I think you should probably meet them. So at some point, maybe we'll do this after the show, I'll introduce you, because they are just phenomenal people to know.
Great.
And so it'd be, and one of the great things about listening to this particular radio show, for all that there, is all of the great knowledge and networking that we do, because that's what it's all about. It's all about two things: shameless promotion and networking.
Yeah.
which we pride ourselves in. So,
awesome.
And speaking of shameless promotion, RebeccaAngel.net and myfathersplace.com. All right. So back to your samba song, because I wanted to circle back on a couple of things. Do you have a Portuguese version of that?
Of Jet Samba?
Yeah.
Actually,
or will there be?
the Ipanema remix has some Brazilian Portuguese, kind of, I don't know how you say it, but it's kind of like a breakdown section that we added on that version that's not on the original. So it does have a bit of Portuguese in the middle there.
I'm just thinking international licensing, that's all.
Yeah.
New markets.
That's a good idea, though. Maybe for the next version, for the third version, we'll do it in
right, why not?
Portuguese.
Right, why not? Because, the only way to get out there is to be everywhere. So why not? Tell me about some of the challenges in trying to create the radio mix versus the electro mix, that they're different enough but similar enough. And for the people out there, what do you believe is the distinguishing characteristics of each one from the other?
I think so. At first, actually, the electro mix for Stand By Me, that was the original idea. And we thought, this is a little bit more out there with the instrumentation. And Jason kind of added some more electronic, real instruments. So we had a little bit more sound effects, a little bit more modern. And the radio mix, we had a little bit more heavy on the guitar, on the studio instruments. And so I think that I really love both versions of it, but I think that different audience members might be drawn to one over the other. And it's funny because before putting it out there, I was thinking, I think that the electro mix is maybe going to hit better. But I don't know, maybe the radio mix, it's really hard to know before you put it out there. And really, it was kind of split between the two. Some people really like the radio, some really like the electro. So I'm glad that we have both options because I do think they're different enough to provide listeners something fresh. And, I personally can't pick a favorite. That's why we put them both on it. So.
All right, so you're going to debut a song called Summer Song at My Father's Place.
Correct.
All right, tell me a little bit about that, and then we're going to close out the first segment with that song. So tell me about Summer Song.
Absolutely. So Summer Song is a song that I wrote. It actually just kind of came to me. Sometimes the best songs just come to you like on a whim, but I had wanted to come out with a song for the summer, and I was thinking a lot about it, thinking of some ideas, just wasn't hitting me. And then one day I was just brushing my teeth, and this melody just popped in my head. I had fa la 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 la, and so I took out my electric keyboard, played around with the chords, the melody, and I kind of just wrote it in 10, 15 minutes. It kind of just came out of me. And then, of course, I developed it. I developed the lyrics and the sections and added a section. But it kind of just came to me one day. And then I started to think about, okay, what do I want this to mean? Of course, it's easy to write about love songs and happy things and great, that's a little bit more I focused on the EP. So I thought, okay, maybe I can add a slightly different edge for this song. And I want it to be about growing up, coming into my own, kind of finding my way through the world, and up until this point at least. And so the song is a little bit like an open letter to a younger version of myself, kind of saying, don't take things so seriously, shake it off, live each day your own way. And I am really excited to release it. I'm also coming out with a music video, which will have some old footage of me interspersed with new footage, and it'll be kind of like an open letter in the video as well. So I'm really excited to share that. I love writing new music, and it's a cool song. So I'm excited to share it with you.
So here's Summer Song, and we'll be going with this song into the break. We'll be right back after this song.
Now I'll sing a summer song, and I hope you'll sing along when I sing a summer song for you, for you. I was young, growing up in the little ways. I was young. Now I see things
Hey, this is Johnny Rulo, and you're listening to Richie Solomon on 88.1 FM WCWP.
All right, we're back. Richard Solomon and Rebecca Angel, RebeccaAngel.net. So one of the interesting things that we were learning in pre-production is that you actually have a connection to Jim Dawson that goes back way before this upcoming performance.
Oh, yeah.
So let's hear it. Let's hear it. We love My Father's Place history.
Yeah. So my mom grew up in Long Island, and she went when she was probably younger than me, a teenager. She would go to my father's place. She'd go with her friends. It was a cool place to go, of course. And she would see Jim Dawson perform there, and he was probably in his mid-20s at that point. So she would go a bunch, and she's a big fan. So actually for one of my mom's big birthdays, my dad surprised her and was able to get Jim Dawson to come and perform as a surprise party for her birthday. And this is a few years ago, so I was a little girl, and it started just a great family friendship. So it was really cool to have this come full circle and kind of where it all began, but in the new location. So it's really, really cool to be able to be performing with Jim and opening for him at this new My Father's Place venue. And it's really cool. I'm very excited to be able to share this stage with Jim, especially because of the family history and his history there. So
how did the booking evolve? Like what? Like did he get booked? And he said, "Hey, why don't you get Rebecca to open up?" Or how did that all work out? How did that get arranged?
Yeah, actually, when we found out that the new venue was opening, we knew obviously Jim had performed at the venue many times at the previous location. So my mom thought of the idea of it'd be really cool if by any chance I could perform there. And so my wonderful publicist Lydia got in touch with Epi and was able to get a date for me. And I thought it'd be perfect to perform with Jim. So we actually just recently did a gig at the Cutting Room in New York City, and I opened for him. So it was really cool we were able to do both of these gigs together. So I'm the opening act, and we're also going to be doing a song together, and then he'll be the main act. So it's really exciting, and it was great to perform with him at the Cutting Room. So I'm really looking forward to playing with him again.
Now, did you record or video the Cutting Room performance?
I do have a few clips, so I could share it with you.
Maybe we could kind of stick that in what will become the YouTube video portion of this radio broadcast.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, for those out there, in case you missed the Jim Dawson interview, we have an interview that will be posted in the usual places on myfathersplace.com and on TCB Radio, WCWP, on YouTube, and all the places that we are broadcast, including WCWP.org. So if you want to actually see the headline and actually hear the headline, we've got that all worked out. So we have Jim's interview, and he was hilarious. And we have Rebecca, who's just incredibly cool. And that's what we try to bring to you on the show is all kinds of performers, people with great catalogs of music that extend way back to the emerging artists, especially now in an age of radio where a lot of the newer, great new artists and the local artists really need to get a little bit of airplay because many of the commercial outlets have their standard playlists and they are sort of unchangeable from decade to decade. So what do you like to listen to? When you're in the car, when you're driving around, when you're reading, or what do you listen to? What inspires you? And what do you listen to before a concert, before you actually perform?
It's a good question. It's a few different answers. So
I'll take them all because I'm sure they're all different.
So I do go through phases where I listen to one artist more than another. Of course, my all-time favorites, I've been probably the most inspired, especially songwriting-wise, by the Beatles, course, I love Bob Marley and his music, and just the lyricism that he has, I think, is really inspiring. The simplicity, which I think is actually kind of rare these days. Is sometimes I hear things overcomplicated, and I say, I just want to hear a good melody and something that I can remember. So that's something that I obviously love about the Beatles and Bob Marley's songwriting style. As far as vibe go, of course, I love Astrud Gilberto, Sade, Erykah Badu I've been listening to more lately. I love the soul, R&B fusion, and bossa nova. Let's see, all-time favorite album, Gets Gilberto album. And let's see, before a gig, I also do a lot of yoga, so I love to meditate and kind of center before a gig. I find that's the best way. Instead of listening to music, I just try to kind of center myself and go within. So that's kind of a technique I've been using, and it's been helpful.
Should I alert the green room for a mat?
You know what?
No, these are the things that we need to know before the show.
Maybe.
Remember, Van Halen wanted the brown M&Ms plucked out, or the green ones, or something like that.
I'm not that picky.
Well, actually, do you know the story behind that story?
I don't.
Okay. So Van Halen had a reputation for asking for some bizarre things, and one of them was that we need to have this kind of amp, we need to have this kind of cables, whatever. And then it said, and we want a bowl of M&Ms in the dressing room.
Oh, was it just to see if they were paying attention?
Yes, it was to see if people were actually reading the contract.
Right. Okay, I did hear that.
So there was just like a pile of, Snicker bars. It was like, no, that's not what we asked for.
I'm sure the lawyer in you appreciates that, right?
Well, that's why, when we have shows and I'm asked to look into things, I actually make sure that the brown M&Ms are indeed plucked. Right.
That's good. Every detail matters.
So the question is, in your rider, as they say, is there like a yoga mat, or do you bring your own?
I usually don't bring a yoga mat, but I do like aromatherapy too. So sometimes I'll kind of meditate with some essential oils beforehand to relax my nerves.
Well, I'll give a little shout out to the Roslyn Salt Cave, because right across the street from the venue is a place called the Roslyn Salt Cave, and I think they have acupuncture, massage, I think they have aromatherapy, all that stuff. And that's literally like within 500 feet of the exit ramp on the parking lot.
We'll have to come early and check it out.
So ask for my friend Wendy. So it's, the Roslyn Salt Cave. So there you go. So you never know. There's actually, amenities that you're unaware of. So anyway, so let's go back to the music. By the way, for the people out there listening, you could go to the Salt Cave too. Especially in they say that for really good health, since we're very close to the ocean, that it's just great to go to like Long Beach or one of the local beaches, Jones Beach, and just breathe in the salt air.
Yeah.
Supposedly it energizes all your cells and helps to refresh the soul. All right, so let's talk about another song. What's a good song for us to dive into? Do you want to do Thoughts and Prayers?
Could do Thoughts and Prayers. We
All right.
could also do Jet Samba, since we were talking about that.
All right, so let's do Thoughts and Prayers first, and then we'll do Jet Samba next.
Yeah.
All right, so Thoughts and Prayers. There's a video for that.
Correct.
All right, so first of all, where do you find your videos?
I have videos on YouTube. So you can check out the Rebecca Angel channel. It's also linked to my website, so you can subscribe to it there. And I also have an Instagram page, rebecca.jo.angel, and I do post videos and updates for music and performances there. So you can also check that out. And I do also post videos on Facebook for Rebecca Angel Jazz, my Facebook page. So I post on all the medias, all the outlets.
You have to.
But yeah, my YouTube channel has the music videos on.
And I'm just, we have such a high-tech studio here that I'm looking at all your videos and stuff like that. So it's really cool.
Thanks.
All right, so it's all good. And all right, so Thoughts and Prayers.
Correct.
Evolved from what? And it's a pretty serious and heavy video.
Yes. So this was actually a song that I had as an assignment. I don't know if you're familiar with the New York Voices.
No, but
Okay.
my listeners probably want to hear about this.
Yeah.
Too.
So the New York Voices, they're an a cappella group, and they actually were rooted out of Ithaca College, where I went to undergrad. So they have this summer program every year, the vocal jazz camp, and I went a couple years. And as one of the classes, we had a writing assignment. So we had a certain chord progression, which I did end up changing around, and we had a songwriting assignment. So during that time, I was inspired to write a song with a little bit more social meaning about some mass shootings that had occurred. And it wasn't about anything in particular at that point. I just felt like I wanted to say something about all these people losing their lives. And for me, it wasn't a political statement necessarily. It was more of a humanity song, and because I think everyone can agree that, nobody deserves to lose their life for nothing. So that's kind of where the song was rooted. And then after the Parkland school shooting, that's actually, my cousin was at school when that happened, and it hit home a little bit more. So I decided 2 years later to finish that song and come out with a music video. And it's really a song about humanity and what we can do, big or small, to contribute to the conversation so that more kids, more people, more innocent lives don't have to be lost. So that was really the story and inspiration behind Thoughts and Prayers.
All right, so without further ado, this is Thoughts and Prayers.
People dying in the street. Have we lost humanity? How much more can we take? Pain and heartbreak. Waking up, it's all I see. Fear and hate consuming me. I try to prove we all belong. So we gotta stay strong. We keep breathing and we keep hoping. We keep praying and we keep believing. Wishful thinking. Someday it'll be okay. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. People wonder what's wrong with me. Is this all they really see? I don't know what's going on, but I gotta move on. We keep grieving and keep on lying. Seems it's normal to be dying. greatest time. Nothing happens, they stay on. And this cycle going round. We'll be okay. They keep sending thoughts and prayers. When's it time to really care? When we're dead and in despair. We'll be okay. Silence is the greatest time. Nothing happens, they stay on. And this cycle going round. We'll be okay.
We're back. All right. So thoughts and prayers. That was so. To check that out, go to RebeccaAngel.net and see the video. Where was that filmed? We only have 2 minutes in this segment, but where was that filmed?
It was filmed in a few locations, but mainly in the Hudson Valley area.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
The Hudson Valley is just beautiful and historic.
It is, absolutely.
All right. So we're going to close this segment out, but when we come back, let's intro a song. So you want to do that? So maybe we'll do the samba song on the way in.
Sure.
All right. So let's do that. So you're listening to Taking Care of Business and My Father's Place Radio. This is a combination of the two shows. Also, it's called Out of the Question. From time to time, you know, the famous rebranding that we did. To check out some of our content, just go to the Solomon channel, SOLOMON, thesolomonchannel.com, and find all of our content out there. This is Richard Solomon, Rebecca Angel. We will be right back.
Hey, this is Scott Schedlinger, and you're listening to Richard Solomon, WCWP 88.1 FM.
I love when you dress to kill and move like a movie star. As soon as you touch my lips, I feel all the things you are. They say that it gets too hot. I know, but I'm just a fool who believes in love. Too cool to pursue a dream. Our jet will land in Rio. We'll kiss when it hits the ground. You are the lost and found paradise. But you're mine, you are my lucky charm. The one in my dreams come true. My days with you are all samba jazz happiness. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-da, ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-da, our jet will land in Rio. Kiss when it hits the ground. You are the lost and found paradise. But you're mine, you are my lucky charm. The one in my dreams come true. My days with you are all samba jazz happiness.
Richard Solomon, Taking Care of Business, Out of the Question, and My Father's Place Radio, all wrapped up in one show today. We're with Rebecca Angel, who will be performing at My Father's Place. And we're going to try to jam 3 songs into this last segment because when there's a lot of music, you got to just cram it in. So the song that you just heard was Jet Samba. All right, but now we're going to listen to Feel Alive. Tell me a little about Feel Alive.
Sure.
Just so that the audience is all warmed up for this song.
So Feel Alive is another song that I co-wrote with my dad. He also came up with the music, and I wrote the lyrics for it. And this was a cool one to write. It's a little bit more of a love song, and happy love song. It's kind of like about a crush that, having, and it's a little bit more of a Brazilian vibe, kind of bossa nova feel to it. And I had a lot of fun writing. Jason was really cool with coming up with a nice little arrangement of it and coming up with some cool instrumentation. And I really love how it came out. I think it's unique. And it was a fun one to perform and record, so it's one of my favorites.
All right, so this is Feel Alive, Rebecca Angel. We'll catch you on the other side of this particular song. So in our jamming of music into this segment, you did Stand By Me, and it's an electro mix.
Yes.
All right. So let's talk about this particular song.
So Stand By Me, that is, of course, one I grew up loving. I played it on the piano when I was probably 10 years old. So I was inspired by actually a mentor of mine. Her name's Cyril Ami. She's a French jazz singer, and she did a cover of this song on the loop machine. I thought it was really cool. I got a loop machine, and I've taken my master classes from her. So I actually was inspired by her version of it, but of course I want a copy. And so I added my own spin to it. Jason really helped with that. And I am singing the bass line in it, which is really cool. The first time I actually recorded myself in a recording that had me singing something other than the vocal, so doing the instrumental part. So that was a cool project for me. And yeah, we had both versions. The electro mix is a little bit more modern, electronic. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
All right, so this is Stand By Me, Rebecca Angel.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see, no, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me, stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by me. And darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me, stand by me.
really cool. So in the couple of minutes we have left, what projects are on the horizon that we could look forward to?
Well, definitely Summer Song for this summer, and the music video will be coming out soon. And, of course, I am really excited to continue putting music out and recording original music, because that's where I feel like my real passion is. So definitely be on the lookout for an album in the future and more original songs coming out. And I'll be releasing it on all platforms, so definitely check out my website, RebeccaAngel.net, and I'll be posting there, and Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, Amazon, all the places you can find me.
As they say, the whole schmear. All right, so before we leave, I must ask that if you do have another album, that you give us a jingle so we could be the first people out there to debut it for you and get the word out. And then I'll call Epi and the gang to make sure that the yoga mat is ready.
Thank you. It's very kind.
All right, so in that we must thank you so much for your time. Time flies when you're listening to great new music. Thank you for creating it and sharing it with us. Best of luck on the show.
Thank you.
RebeccaAngel.net to see more and to see more. All right, that's it for this week. We love it. Thanks for being with us. Stay safe. See you in a week.